Hello, I'm Kay McGrath at Esperance, Hope Island. Michael Jullyan is a director of Thinktank Architects. He explained to me the inspiration behind the design and what this purpose-built project will deliver. Michael, thank you for your time. Can you, first of all, explain to me the inspiration behind the apartments and also the whole community?
Yeah, it's a very interesting site. It's quite unique. It's a lovely big north-facing site onto water. So it's 150 metres of exposure out to that micro-environment. The whole design is around having a raised podium that is a parkland. It's 11,000 square metres of green space with 4 buildings fringing around the outside. So we're creating a parkland in the centre of buildings. That's the kind of the key design elements, so that you sit elevated up above, a nice secure podium with trees.
So you've integrated the green space in and made that feel part of the whole living experience.
As I say, it's kind of a microclimate. The wind blows, across the golf course, across the water and up through the trees on the podium, and so we get this lovely cooling effect. But then all of the apartments look down onto this parkland, and it's your own private parkland. As I say, it's over a hectare. It's just, I don't know of any development that has such a central, beating heart to it like that.
You're an award-winning architect. You've worked on many projects. What's your favourite feature of Esperance?
I think the fact that the site is so large, it's 1 kilometre around the outside, and we've been able to put the 4 buildings on the site in such a way that we can really take advantage of the northern breezes coming in, cooling the apartments, but it also blocks the southeasterly breezes. So I think, again, the way that the site is, it's almost like a large square. So we've been able to, tectonically bring the buildings together so that we've got these fantastic view corridors from either side of the building and down onto the podium where the parklands are. And I think that's really the most unique and wonderfully different thing about the site. The amount of landscaping and how the buildings integrate to it, and then that gives you the outlook.
And that aspect's so important, isn't it?
Yeah, so many north-facing units, it's fantastic, and of course the views to golf courses and to the ocean and the mountains and back to the Gold Coast city. It doesn't really matter where you look, there's something really special to look at.
Can you explain to me what this term purpose-built means?
Purpose-built is all about this is a retirement village. A lot of our experience as the architect is around resort living. So we've kind of brought resort living and sort of put it into retirement. It's about creating a lifestyle, about creating a community where you can stay in one place and you can age in place, and there is all the facilities that you're going to need to do that. You don't have to go far, family comes to you, and I think that's really the key to it all.
So you've catered for senior Australians and their demands or their expectations.
So in the fine grained detail, when you go out onto your balcony, there's no step down. So it's just a flat threshold. The buildings are designed for the Living Housing Australia standards, so that we've got extra width between our benches and in our bathrooms, and we're ready for the grab rails to be installed when you need them. So we sort of hold back on a lot of that, but it's all ready to go. There's also some security systems that allow you to be able to communicate if you're in need. So there's lots of those sort of facilities.
And what can residents expect with the individual apartments? Is there room to move there with the layout? Is that able to be personalised?
Actually, there's 34 different layouts. There's a huge range, and they range from 195 square metres down to 87 square metres. There's villas, there's balconies in some units that are 35 square metres, and they're smaller in other units. So we've got a very large amount of variety already built in. So on top of that, particular needs that clients have, well then I'm sure the same sales team will come to us with those things.
What is unique about Esperance?
Well, I think really the key thing for me, is the space between the buildings. There's 100 metres between some buildings, 75 between others, and a park sitting in the middle with a lap pool and a resort pool and market gardens in one corner and fruit trees in another place. I think the fact that it is a garden setting, that you don't have to maintain, and you can sit there and overlook all of those beautiful things and the water and the views. think it's just going to be such a beautiful place to live. Everything is here. You know, there's shops here, there's a salon, you know, there's all of those facilities, and then the unique way that the buildings can sit and give you outlook. I think it's all of that combination of how it all sits together.
Plenty to choose from.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Michael.
Pleasure.
Well, I've enjoyed getting to know the team behind Esperance Hope Island, and if you'd like to know more about creating your own retirement story, get in touch.